Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Nikita Antoine and today we'll be doing a reading for the sign of Aquarius. As always, all of the readings are timeless, so when the message finds you and resonates, then it is yours at the time in which you find it. Aquarius, I have done your spread today with the Hush Tarot by Jeremy Hush, so you'll be seeing that in your reading. On the bottom of the deck, we have, this is awesome, we have the sun at the bottom of the deck. So this is the underlining energy of your reading. And as I look at this, there's a song that's coming to mind. The lyrics go like, here comes the sun. I don't know. So that's what's coming up. So we have the sun, the underlining of your reading, with a message of here comes the sun. So something coming into an illumination. It's talking about the experience between, okay, so you know that there's a moment just before the sun actually like crests the horizon. If I'm not mistaken, you can, like, when you see the crest of the sun on the horizon, you're actually not seeing the sun. What you're seeing is like a it's like the glow around it. Like you perceive that you're seeing the sun, but what you're actually seeing is like this. It's like the way that the atmosphere mirrors off the light. It's like you're seeing the glow around the sun, not actually perceiving the sun just yet. Because then here comes the sun. Okay. So then on the split, oh, this is beautiful. Okay. So on the split, yes, this is funny because initially I perceived this as the Ace of Cups. I mean, it is. It looks just like the Ace of Cups, but it's actually the Nine of Cups. So with that message of here comes the sun, and we have this Ace of Cups, and kind of like combined with the Nine of Cups, it's talking about your wish. It's like you are receiving a wish. It's like when the sun comes, it's like you're receiving your wish. So there's the bridging energy. And now let's get a overall energy for Aquarius. There's a couple that come out. Only one is flipped over, so let's see. Just to give you a look, it is the Four of Wands. It's a beautiful bouquet. That's gorgeous. Actually, this is coming into play. Okay, a beautiful bouquet. Here comes the sun. A beautiful bouquet is coming, and it has something to do with one of your like prized wishes, a prized wish. And then coming along with it, we have the Queen of Wands. And this card here showed up yesterday in the Pisces reading as finding your specific message. The Pisces reading was talking about kind of listening to a whole bunch of messages and not being able to discern which one is yours. And in the Pisces reading, this was talking about the moment that you discover which one is yours. And for you, Aquarius, we're talking about the moment that you actually see the sun. The moment that you actually see that this is coming into view. And initially, it seems as though you're going to be seeing it like you're going to be seeing the evidence of it, but not actually see. It's almost like you can feel it before you can see it. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, so Aquarius, we're starting a reading off today with the Eight of Cups. Something's going on over here. All right, we're starting off the reading today, Aquarius, with the Eight of Cups. And you are, okay, this is kind of just switching up the message up a little bit. So you are this one down here. This is you. And I often see this giant owl here as like a spirit that watches over you, protects you. They're like a spirit guide. They follow you. They're the one that is specifically assigned to you. So, all right. So what I'm seeing here is, okay, so as we're, it's almost like you're looking at, perhaps looking at like a sunrise. You're watching the sun come up. This is metaphorical. So as you're watching the sun come up, it's like you and your guide, it's like you and your guide are together watching this sun come up. It's a guide of yours. And what I'm noticing here is that with the next card that's coming out, the Empress, this is the sun. This is the sun that's coming in. You're looking at it. Okay, this is fascinating. So the Empress in yesterday's reading was talking about carrying a message that's not actually yours. It's not your message, but because you're carrying it on you. So what you're, hang on one second. It's a little bit of like elusiveness in this reading. Okay, so you're watching the sun rise up. And what's coming, it's coming up. Okay, this is what this is. Remember how we were talking about the first thing that you see is actually the glow of the sunrise. You're not actually seeing the sun itself. You're seeing kind of like the evidence or the echo that the sun is coming. So that's what this Empress energy is. It's kind of coming up as like this Empress is not actually the sun. She's like she's like that glow that you see before you see the sun. It's not actually the sun. It's not actually, this is interesting. It's not actually your wish, your Four of Wands. It's like it's an echo or something that it comes before the sun. It comes before the actual like receiving of what you're desiring. So it does, okay, so here we go. It does have qualities in it that resemble the sun. It's like a mirrored type of, it's like a reflection. It does reflect some of the things that you see in the sun, but there's something about it, especially because the Empress is coming up with a message of wearing a message that's not actually yours, or wearing some type of information. And you are too. That's the thing here, is that you are actually, well, you're mirroring this you're marrying the Empress. I was inclined to kind of call her like a false sun, but it's not really false. It's not that it's false. It's just that it's not the truest depiction of what you are seeking, guiding, what you are guiding. That's interesting. Hang on, I'm feeling into that. It's not the truest. What it's talking about here is like, because you think that this is the sun, you're reflecting what this Empress is. And you can see it down here happening. You actually have like this crow, it's like a crow mask, just like this one. So you're reflecting something that, I don't want to say that it's inauthentic to you, because it's not that it's inauthentic. It has many of the qualities that you want. It has a lot of them, but there's something in it that is not truly, it's not truly reflective of you. So it's like you're putting on the hat. You're putting on the hat of that Empress, but it doesn't actually like align with you. And what I'm seeing here is that when you put on this, whatever this is here for you, when you put that on, what it actually does is it makes you smaller. It's making you smaller. This is really interesting. Whatever it is, it's almost like it puts you in some type of box or something. Like it forces you into a smaller, or a smaller position. And what I'm loving though is that you have this guardian, a guardian that is with you. And when this connection happens, when you see like the evidence of the sun coming up, evidence of like some illumination that's coming up, and what you're not actually seeing the sun itself, you're seeing like the ring of it. It's activating this guardian. It's like it's coming, it's because you're in a smaller position, this guardian becomes activated and takes the same size as this Empress. So it's like your guides come in, your guardians come in and kind of fill in, because you're small, it fills in the rest of the space so that you can see with the owl sight. It's kind of coming through as like that, whatever the message that the Empress is like giving you is not actually yours, because you're able to peer through it with the sight of an owl. So the owl talks about, actually it kind of talks about discerning and listening for, because the owl's hearing is especially like, it's finely tuned, and they can hear, like they have exceptional hearing. So it's like you're listening through the message. It's kind of very reflective of the Pisces reading. You're listening through the message and seeing that this message is not, the message that the Empress has is not actually like, it has something to do with it not being yours. because you're wearing it, and whenever you put it on, it makes you smaller, and then it activates this owl sight within you, so that it's like you're able to look through the Empress. That's what this is. You're looking through the Empress. You're looking through her. Oh, this is so fascinating. So as you're looking through her, what you're seeing is the Lovers. You're seeing the Lovers. No, it's not looking, well, you're looking, okay, so remember how I was talking about the glow of the sun, right? When you look through that, because the sun, of course, is three-dimensional round shape, right? And so that glow, as the sun rises above the horizon, that glow is still like three-dimensionally surrounding the sun. It's almost like it's kind of coming through as like a barrier that's preventing you from seeing the sun. So you're looking, this owl energy gets activated within you when you feel small, right? You look through the Empress, and when you peer past her, when your owl sight peers past, you're peering past the Empress, what you're seeing is this Lovers. So let's take the Empress out of this. So what you're seeing now is the Lovers. Earlier we were talking about how you're seeing the Empress like the ring around the sun, that aura around it does have, right, the qualities that you're looking for. This is really interesting. Because then it's kind of like you're just really looking deeper. Perhaps you're not like you're not looking through it. Well, you are, but you're looking deeper. You're looking deeper into hang on. This one is a little, because I'm trying to see. It's something about that you can't actually, it's like you can't see the Lovers because this Empress energy is like, see what I'm saying? Does this make sense? I hope that this is making sense. But this Empress, this I don't know, it could be coming through as a message. It's something that is surrounding this Lover's energy that is preventing you from actually seeing the true nature, the true sun, the trueness of your wishes, you know, that Nine of Cups, the Four of Wands, which is talking about the trueness of what you're wanting for like your life, something along those lines. And then like it's like you're pulling it because we have this Queen of Wands here. Sorry, the energy is like really kind of everywhere here. So because we have this Queen of Wands here, and it's like that message or something is being taken off, and the star, your wish, is being pulled out from within that Empress's grasp. I hope that that's making sense. And when you pull out that wish, what it is this Lovers. And for the first time today, this card here, do you see this ring around these two? It looks like a mirror. It looks like this one here, which I want to say is you, is on the on like the opposite side of this mirror. So what we're talking about here is it's a true, what it's talking about is a true reflection of you, of your desires, a true reflection of your desires with these guys here. So a true reflection. It's kind of giving me the energy of like a mirror soul. Someone who truly, who reflects back to you, like what's on, oh my God, this is beautiful. Like what's on the inside, the sun. Do you remember, okay, so you remember how I was talking about like this, the Empress is on the Empress is like the shell, right, on the outside. And you're looking past or through that energy, this Empress energy, and seeing the true reflection of like yourself, your sun, your inner, it's giving me like a lot of your inner being. That's what a mirror soul is. They reflect back your inner being. So it's like, here comes the sun. This is the sun. The lover's energy is the sun being reflected back at you. Your truest, like purest self. However, there's an interesting dynamic that's going on here because there's a mirror, right? That is kind of like, we could be talking about it like separating them. They're on both sides of the mirror, right? So your sun is coming up and you're seeing them. So this one here is like your sun. You're seeing them reflected on the opposite side of the mirror. But it kind of implies that there's like the connection is like there's a barrier is what I'm talking about. There's a barrier between the connection and that oh my God, okay, here we go. You know, it just sometimes it takes 20 minutes for this whole thing to come out. So the barrier that is between you two is this Empress. Do you see this? This is that glow that's around the sun, that it's appearing like the sun, but it's not the truest form of the sun. And so what's happening here is the sun, this is so fascinating. The sun, which I'm correlating to you, this one, you're here. You're here. You're the owl. You're in the blue. You're blue. And this one is the sun. This one is the true sun. And they are leading you out of that barrier. Do you see how like it's like she's leading you out of the barrier. So this card, we're ending your reading off with the Page of Wands. And this card here is talking about like the sun leading you out of like a maze, because this is it's very reminiscent of the Minotaur and how he was trapped in a maze, right? And I'm loving here that she has all of this red. It's like a red. So in the story of the Minotaur, Well, is that actually the story? There's something about the red thread. The red thread talks about connection. And it's like she's embodying the sun, she's embodying this red thread and is kind of like pulling on the connection and pulling you out of the maze, which is the barrier that is between you and the sun. So it's like as you're watching the sunrise come up, it's like the sun is pulling you through that barrier to them. They're pulling you to them. And this Empress here she's actually wrapped up in all of this red thread. So it's like whatever that like faux sun type of thing is, what it's doing is it's kind of like tangling up the way is what's coming through, because the red thread is like the cord that it's like you follow the red thread and that's going to get you out of the maze. And it's like this Empress here has done something that's like tangled up the thread and is preventing you from moving, from like progressing towards the sun. And when they do so, it's like that, when they do that, whatever that means for you, Aquarius, it makes you feel small. And then that's what activates this owl energy, so that you can peer through this Empress and like, it's like you're finding the next trail, it's like you're unraveling that red cord that's going to get you out of this maze and towards the sun. So it seems like the sun is assisting you. All right, Aquarius, that was very bizarre, elusive, and I hope that it made sense. If you are interested in watching the extended, that will be posted in the description box. So I will see you there. All right, bye, Aquarius.